Finding a percentage of a total amount without a calculator, sales tax, commission, discount. Okay, so this does say without a calculator, we're going to find the percentage of a total amount without the calculator. All right, so an amount is regularly priced at $60. It is on sale for 40% off the regular price. How much in dollars is discounted from the regular price? So they're not asking us what the regular, well, we know what the regular price is. They're not asking us what we're going to pay. They're just saying what is discounted. How much do I get to take off of this $60? So what we want to do, and it's exactly what they're showing here. First, we want to convert 40% into a decimal. So when we change this into 40%, we took a decimal that was on the left and we moved it 2 times to the right. We can do the same thing now, like this. So we just move it 2 times over, and our decimal is 0.40, and then the percentage drops away. It's the same thing as dividing by 100. So it works the same way. And then they dropped off the 0 there because we really don't need it. And then we take this decimal and we multiply by 60. So if I have 60 and I multiply, we can just multiply by 0.4. We don't need that extra 0 on there. And you don't have to line up any decimals when you're multiplying. You just start multiplying and you get 240. Just make sure you have to put the decimal back at the end. So I have one decimal, one number past the decimal. So I'm going to jump the opposite way on my answer. So the answer is 24. So my discounted amount is 24. So this is what we're going to do on this one. I'm going to clear and we're going to start it. Okay. An item has a listed price of $35. If the sales tax rate is 9%, how much is the sales tax in dollars? So an item has a listed price of $35. We know this. So $35, this is how much it is. And we want to know how much the sales tax is after, if it's a 9% sales tax rate. And I believe LA County, which I do live close to LA County, I'm pretty darn sure it's 9% actually. So this is pretty relevant to where I live. On the other side of where I live, it's only 7.25%. So it's much lower if I go the opposite way to go shopping. So anyway, just kind of a fun fact there, which this is a pretty relevant sales tax rate. All right, so remember we want to change this percentage into a decimal. So I want to take this decimal and move over 1, 2 times. So I'm going to have 0.09. So 0.09, that's what I'm multiplying by. I can't get rid of this 0. That is an important 0. It's only if there were 1 on the end, you can kind of ignore that one. But if it's in between the decimal and the number, you can't ignore that one. That one has to be there. All right, so let's go ahead and multiply just like normal. We're going to ignore this decimal for just a moment. And we have 45, and we get 27 plus 4, we get 31. And then when we do this one, remember, you're moving over to the second space here, so we're not going to write anything here. We're going to start writing in the second space. So we have 0 and 0 because we're multiplying by 0 on both of these. Now we add together, we get 5, 1, 3. So make sure you do have to take into account the decimal now. I have 1, 2 numbers to the right of the decimal. So I need to take the decimal that's kind of invisible, but it's right here, and I need to move it over 1, 2 times in the opposite direction to the left. So my sales tax is $3.15. So 3.15. Check. All right, next one. So we're going to clear. A saleswoman earns 3% commission on all the merchandise that she sells. Last month, she sold $7,000 worth of merchandise. Good job for her. How much commission in dollars did she earn last month? This is another pretty relevant situation. A lot of people, when they're in sales positions, earn money based on what's called commission. So they earn a percentage off of what they sell. So the more you sell, the more you make. The less you sell, the less you make. This is a pretty relevant situation. And this is something that if you're in a sales position or something along these lines, it'd be nice to know how to calculate this so you know what to expect on a paycheck. All right, so remember 3%. We want to take our decimal and move it 1, 2 times. So I have 0 here. So I'm going to just put 0.03. I'm going to start multiplying. So I have 0, 0, 0, and then 3 times 7 is 21. So now I'm going to do the same thing here. Remember, we're not writing there. So we have 0, 0, 0, 0 because I'm multiplying everything by 0. So that second column is kind of a fluff one with that 0. Okay. So now I have 2 numbers to the right of the decimal. Here's my invisible decimal. Remember, if you don't see it, it's there. It's just all the way at the end. I'm going to take it and I'm going to move it 2 times over. Like that. So she earned $210 from selling $7,000. So a 7% or a 3% commission is not that much. It depends on the merchandise, I guess, what she's selling, but 3% is pretty low. So hopefully she also earns a salary with that, because $210 isn't all that much, especially if that's for a whole month. All right. So let's go ahead and do one more of these. So we have an item is regularly priced at $85. So we know the price. It is on sale for 20%. And we want to know what's the discounted amount. So remember to take this is a percent, sorry. Take this decimal and move it 2 times. So we have our decimal. So I 0.20. And remember, I can ignore that 0 on the end. So I don't need to write 0.20. I can just write 0.2 because it's 0 after the relevant numbers here. Like after any number bigger than 0, I can ignore the zeros on the end. I don't need to keep writing them. So we're going to multiply. We get 10, and then we get 16 plus 1 is 17. I have 1 number to the right, so I'm going to go 1 back to the left. So my answer is 17. So this item has a $17 discount. It's a pretty good discount. All right, clear. Next. All right, we finished that one.